Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Buckeye Wars. So that same canoe that Rich and I really had a heck of a time, glorious times in that canoe. We were down at Folsom Lake screwing around one day in the canoe, and some guy comes up to us. And, these were back in the days where you didn't have to be so damn cautious about strangers. But we still knew, be careful about strangers. And dude comes up to me and he says, by God, you ought to put a sail on that thing. And we looked at each other. We're like, put a sail on a canoe? What are you talking about, bud? And he continued to talk, and he says, I tell you what, if it was me, I'd put a sail on that thing. And we're like, okay, tell us more. And this guy he said he had, a sail that would be just the right size to hook up to this canoe. And we just couldn't picture it. But he went on and on about how a sail on a canoe would render you extremely mobile, and it would scoot along the water and yada yada yada. So we're there. And he gave us his name and number, and he says if you're interested, and he says I think you should be. I've got a sail that I'll sell you for really dirt cheap, and the price that he was saying was really cheap, and we still couldn't figure out how the hell we would make that work, but the idea really appealed to us, because if we could scoot across that lake with a sailboat, we could go places. So we proposed this idea to my mom, and she thought that, my God, So we called the guy, and Rich, my mom, and I went and visited him, and we saw this sail, which was a decent sail on a mast, and the price was fantastic. And my mom says, boys, you want to give this a shot? I don't know how you would affix it to the hard plastic canoe, but you want to give this a shot? Hell yeah, we do. We want to sail across the lake. So we bought it. I'm sorry, excuse me. And we spent the next, God, it took us a while, a couple of weeks trying to figure out how to make it so that we could affix a sail to a hard plastic canoe. Because you can't put a damn nail through a hard plastic canoe. Now, you probably could put some kind of a screw, but if you put a hole in a canoe, you know what you get. You get water coming up, and it's not a good idea. So we took wood, and we made it so that we had a device that kind of slipped down in and around the canoe, where we had on each side, we had a keel, probably, I don't know, 3 feet long or so, that would give us kind of a centerboard, but there was 2 of them. So picture, what are those things called? Outriggers. Picture outriggers, with a board sticking straight down from the top of the canoe to the bottom of the canoe and beyond, further below the canoe by about 3 feet, with a platform going atop of that, kind of like a table. Kind of like a box without a bottom. And we slipped that over the top of the canoe. It was about 2.5 feet wide by just long enough to fit over each side of the canoe with a table of a plywood in between. And in the middle of that, we drilled a hole big enough for the mast to sit in. And then we had like a chunk of cement with a hole in it below that to kind of anchor the mast so that it wouldn't topple over. Anyway, through careful jimmy rigging, we made it work. And we went from Browns Ravine on Folsom Lake all the way across the lake to Granite Bay. That's a long ways. And back with a sail on a 12-foot hard plastic canoe. Yeah, baby. It's oh my goodness. By car to go from Browns Ravine to Granite Bay, you're talking probably, I don't know, maybe anywhere from 7 to 10 miles. But straight across the lake from Browns Ravine to Granite Bay was maybe a mile straight across. That's a decent distance in a 12-foot hard plastic canoe. Yeah, baby, we were sailors. Hi-ho, away we go. Hoo-haw!